All right, so today we're going deep on something uh pretty tough. Breakups.
Hmm.
And not just breakups, but how to actually heal from them
Yeah.
instead of just jumping right into something new.
Right.
It's you ever feel like after a breakup it's like an emotional earthquake?
Oh, totally. Like everything you thought was solid is just gone. Poof.
Yeah. And you're left there wondering what just
I'm
happened.
like, who am I even?
Exactly. So, what we want to look at today is this idea that you can totally recover, really heal.
Hmm.
But jumping into a new relationship, that might actually mess up the healing process.
It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg.
Haha, yeah, kinda. So, we're going to unpack some real practical ways to deal with this time,
Yeah,
rebuild yourself, and ultimately move forward, on your own 2 feet.
exactly. It's about finding that inner strength, figuring out who you are,
Yeah.
not who you were in that relationship.
So let's just jump right in. The first thing we're going to talk about is acknowledging the pain and actually processing it. It sounds simple, right? But we often try to avoid it.
Totally.
There's this pressure to get over it, be strong.
Ugh, yeah. Like you should just be able to snap your fingers and be fine.
But it's not that, is it?
Nope. It's like telling someone with a broken arm to just shake it off.
Right. And we're not just saying this. There's research that shows acknowledging the heartbreak
Hmm.
actually helps you recover faster.
Makes sense. Bottling up emotions.
Yeah.
Never good.
It's like if you have a cut, you got to let it air out to heal, right?
Exactly. Otherwise, it just festers.
So let's say you're going through this right now. What's something you can do to actually deal with the pain?
So there's this thing called a breakup letter. But here's the thing. You never send it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
just for you. Write down all the anger, sadness,
Yeah.
the disappointment, everything.
Just let it all out.
Yeah. No filter. It helps to get it out of your head and onto paper.
Okay, so you write the letter. What then?
Then you get rid of it, tear it up,
Yeah.
burn it safely, bury it. Whatever feels right. It's like a symbolic way of letting go.
I like that. So we're acknowledging the pain, letting it out.
Right.
What's something you should absolutely not do during this time?
Don't stalk your ex on social media. I know it's tempting,
Oh, it's so tempting.
but it's like picking at a scab. It
Mhm.
just keeps the wound fresh.
And prevents healing.
Exactly. You're just going to see something that upsets you.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Keeps you stuck in the past.
As we've dealt with the pain, hopefully in a healthy way, what's next?
The next big thing is rediscovering yourself. Who are you now?
Because you kind of lose yourself in a relationship, don't you?
You do. You become this we, and
Yeah.
then suddenly it's just you again.
And that can be scary.
Absolutely. Like looking in a mirror and not recognizing yourself.
So how do you even begin to figure that out, who you are now?
Think about the things you loved before the relationship, or even during it, but maybe you put aside.
Hobbies, goals, stuff like that.
Exactly. Write them down, and then here's the key. Pick one and do it this week.
Like right now.
Yeah. It's about taking action, reconnecting with those parts of yourself.
I like that. It's concrete.
Mm.
What else can you do to kind of boost that feeling of independence?
Travel solo. Even if it's just a day trip somewhere close by.
Oh, I love that. Getting out of your comfort zone
Yeah. New experiences remind you that you can handle things on your own.
builds confidence.
Totally. It's like, hey, I can do this.
Okay, so we're dealing with our feelings. We're remembering who we are.
Mhm.
What's the next piece of the puzzle?
Routine. Building a structure for your day
Mm-hmm.
and celebrating small wins.
Because when you're heartbroken, everything feels chaotic, right?
It does. So having a routine gives you a sense of control.
Makes sense.
It's like having a roadmap when you're lost.
So how do we build this routine?
3 things. First, wake up at the same time every day, even weekends.
Even weekends?
Ideally, yeah. Helps
Yeah.
regulate your body, makes you feel more in control.
Okay, what's number 2?
Mindfulness. Even just 10 minutes a day. Could be meditation, journaling.
Anything that helps you just be present.
Exactly. Quiet the noise in your head.
And the third part of this routine.
Celebrate small wins. Cooked a healthy meal. Went for a run. Finished a project.
Those all count.
They do. It's about recognizing that you're doing things. Moving forward.
It's easy to get caught up in the negative and forget those small wins.
Definitely. So pay attention to them.
Okay, so we're building structure, we're taking care of ourselves. What about support? Who do we lean on?
That's important. Because not all support is good support.
What do you mean?
Like venting to someone who just makes you angrier, that's not helpful.
Oh, yeah. Or someone who gossips about your ex.
Exactly. You want people who lift you up.
Like those friends who are always positive.
Yes. Think of them as elevators. They listen, but they also help you move on.
I love that. Elevators, not anchors.
Uh-huh.
How do you tell a friend you need both? To vent, but also to move forward.
Be direct. Say something like, hey, I need to vent for 10 minutes, then can we talk about something else?
Sets clear boundaries.
Right. And your friend knows how to best support you.
What about support beyond your friends?
Volunteering, joining a class, a support group.
Interesting.
Yeah, helping others can really help you.
Takes the focus off yourself.
And you realize you're not alone. Others are going through this too.
So we've talked about processing the pain, rebuilding ourselves, finding support. What's the final piece?
Reframing the story you tell yourself about the breakup.
Our brains love to replay memories, don't they? Especially the bad ones.
They do. But you can choose to focus on the positive,
So,
challenge negative thoughts. Like, if you think, I'll never find love again, flip it. Say, this taught me what I really want in a partner.
I see. Finding the lesson in the experience.
Exactly. And there's this thing called gratitude.
Gratitude.
Yeah. Every night, think of 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small.
Oh, that's a good one. It's easy to forget the good stuff when you're hurting.
It is. But focusing on the good can really shift your mindset.
So as we wrap up, what's the biggest thing you want listeners to take away?
Healing isn't linear. Some days are good, some days are bad.
Yeah, there are definitely ups and downs.
That's normal. Just be patient with yourself.
Don't beat yourself up if you have a bad day.
Exactly. It's a process.
So let's recap what we talked about.
We covered feeling your feelings, figuring out who you are, building a routine.
Finding the right support and changing your perspective.
Right. It's not about just moving on. It's about moving forward.
Creating a life you love.
Yeah. A life that's truly yours.
So if you're going through this right now, remember this. You've gotten through every tough day so far.
You're stronger than you think.
And you have the tools to not just survive this, but to thrive.
You've got this.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive on breakups. And remember, the comeback is always stronger than the setback.
Right ways.
See you next time.